Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight, we had scheduled 1941, a Steven Spielberg film from 1979. Score provided by John Williams, of course. It's one of my personal favorite John Williams scores. It's also Steven Spielberg's favorite march that John Williams has ever composed. Interesting enough, when he first heard it, he thought the march was too polished. So according to him, he went home and got his clarinet and came back and joined in the recording sessions to make it sound a bit more raggedy. That's what Steven Spielberg said in an interview one time, so I'm going with it as gospel. H. Boomer is having car issues and is still stuck at work waiting on a tow truck. Big Al decided to join us tonight. How are you, Big Al?
I am doing fine. I am sad that, all these issues are going on with you guys.
Well, that's part of being a big-time YouTuber, right? Just
it is.
car troubles, streaming issues, bandwidth. I don't know. What are the other issues? You got more followers than I do. Women showing up at your doorstep saying, "Take me now, Big Al," right? That happens to you all the time, right?
Well, that's why I take every other week as a rewatch. I gotta have a little extra little extra attention during Netter's rewatches. Can't concentrate as much.
Welcome, Go Team Ghost Planet Go and Zootopia. How are both of y'all tonight?
Hi, guys.
And then another thing that we got going on is I didn't realize this when I originally scheduled this a week ago. I saw this film back in high school on Laserdisc, and I liked it very much. And I downloaded it from Google Play. I paid my $15 for it. And I'm like, there's like stuff missing from this film, or am I just misremembering things? No, the Laserdisc version was 2.5 hours roughly. Mm-hmm. Hello, Rebecca Martins. How are you? Do you mean that for Al, or do you mean that for me? I don't know.
It's all for me.
It's all for you. Me. That's right.
Yes.
So the version I saw back in high school was roughly 2.5 hours. The original theatrical cut was like maybe just over 2 hours. The streaming version is just under 2 hours. They have cut out some offensive language, offensive scenes. It's a PG movie. How offensive can it be? I don't know. But
well, by today's standards, which are getting ridiculous.
Yeah, but by today's standards, this film will not get made at all.
They wouldn't even touch it, or at least not in its
current form. No.
Yeah.
but it is a highly entertaining film.
Yep.
But and like I said, Boomer's having car issues. Al has the full cut of the film. I have the just under 2 hour cut of the film. So we were talking, and we think it might be best to reschedule this for later when we both have the same version of the film. I hate doing that because I was really looking forward to this tonight. But Boomer's not here. He said he could probably come in halfway, but I have no idea which version he has at this point in time either. So if that's okay with everyone in the chat and everyone out in YouTube land. I hate disappointing, and I hate rescheduling things, and I hate copping out.
Well, worse comes to worse. I'm sure that there is someone who does have an MP4 of the extended version could send it via email.
And if anyone's got an HK MP5 out there they want to send my way too, let me know.
But yeah,
I thought that joke was kind of funny. But
I was kind of looking forward to watching this. I remember when this thing was in heavy cable rotation, like HBO Showtime. It was on all the time.
Really?
And you're right. What I remember most from this film is the music.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
And honestly, I think if it wasn't for the score, this film would probably be even more forgotten. Because the March from 1941 is on most John Williams compilation CDs that you buy.
It's a fantastic march. It really, it's a shame that now I'm not saying the film is bad. It's not by any means. It actually was a modest hit, but everyone at the time,
it did like 95 million on a 35 million budget. I would take that return any day.
Yeah, but everyone considered it kind of a flop because it came after Jaws and Close Encounters.
Close Encounters, and then
And
right before
it didn't
Raiders
measure
and
up.
PT.
Right.
Yeah.
It just was, it was the lull before, it was that one little lull he had after his superstardom career. I mean, every super director, super film creator has their bumps. Howard the Duck, but it happens.
7th grade Birdman loved Howard the Duck.
I saw Howard the Duck twice in the movie theater. I paid twice to go see it, so I cannot say anything. But I'm saying, as far as history has played out, that it is considered to be kind of a flop in the George Lucas universe.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I had, but I could see it was a very niche subject to begin with. I mean, not a lot of people knew what Howard the Duck was. The big selling point of the film was George Lucas.
True.
And Leah Thompson, a little bit. Tim Robbins wasn't quite Tim Robbins yet, but it just didn't have. He wrote a check that he couldn't quite cash in the big thing. But even when they don't have a hit film, it's usually still something I enjoy, like a 1941 or Howard the Duck or Willow. Even wasn't that big of a hit when it was out. It's a cult classic now, but
Disney Plus is making a TV show.
Yes, they are, and I'm very worried about what they're going to do.
Did you see that trailer they put out? I'm like, where's my trailer? This is not quite a trailer, but
the one where it was with Warwick.
Just him walking around like a picnic table talking to the cast.
Talking to the cat, yeah. I thought I liked that. That was kind of cute. But yeah, I mean, have they even started filming it yet?
Yeah.
It is in production? Oh, okay, cool.
It is in production.
I guess with all the COVID thing and everything, there are all kinds of stuff they've got to take care of. Make sure nobody's wearing a mask on the film.
Yeah.
I could see that. I'm waiting for that to happen. Like somebody goofs and they still have their mask on in the background. We can't acknowledge it. Not in the filmverse. Still hoping Boomer shows up though. Let's see what goes on. If he shows up
when your car don't start, you kind of can't go. So
yeah, and his mood is not going to be good anyway. For the if he's having a rough day, that would just kind of play into the.
Dear Lord, don't bring up Paramount Plus, anybody. They'll just push him over the edge. But yeah. But anyways, everyone on YouTube land and in the chat, I think we're just going to reschedule this for later when we all have the same copy of the film, and when Boomer can join us. And I hate everyone showing up and then it's like, party's been canceled. But Al was coming on kind of late last minute, and then right before we started, I'm like, Al, which version do you have? And he told me, I'm like, crap. So
not the first time that would happen, because when we did Conan,
that's true. But
you had the theatrical, and we had the
10 minutes longer or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the extended. You had the original theatrical.
But like 10 minutes spread out over 2 hours is a lot different from like 2 hours and 2 hours and a half. That's going to be.
Yeah, and most of it was the end.
Yeah.
So the additions are at the end.
And when Boomer and I did Superman, he had one that was like 5 minutes longer than the version I had. I'm not sure which version I had and he had. But
yeah, there's because I remember when they had a broadcast on TV, there were scenes. I'm like, I don't remember this. Like Superman coming and grabbing, like instead of him just showing up at the prison, they actually show him getting Lex and Otis. and there's a couple extra things as he's going through the tunnel to get Lex.
Yeah.
And there's a few more traps that he manages to just go right through,
like machine guns and flamethrowers and
a freeze ray. I think
we all need a freeze ray in our life. Yeah.
Just like Dr. Horrible.
I don't know him.
You never saw the Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
No.
Oh, great! You gotta watch that one day. Okay. Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Felicia Day, and a few other of the Joss Whedon crew. It's really funny, but Dr. Horrible is played by Neil Patrick Harris, and he's an evil scientist, and he's like, he'll make him pay when he builds his freeze ray. He has this whole song about it. but it's a musical, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, everyone, I think we're just gonna bow out tonight, unfortunately. I don't know, we'll be picking this up next week. I need to get my hands on the actual full version of 1941, and I need to make sure Boomer's got the same thing.
Well, like I say, if you can't find it anywhere, I mean, it's out there.
Okay. I don't really know. I don't really know where to look upon the high seas, as you call them.
Yeah, but I could always send you a copy.
Okay.
Via email. Yeah, that's easy. That's not that hard.
All right.
Let me switch off of Hollis Wood.
Well, one thing that's missing in the streaming copy is when Hollis is out on the farm and the Christmas trees attack him. Yeah, that's taken out. The part where the Japanese sailors are on the beach taking their selfies, that's out. The Japanese sailor spying on the guy's wife taking a bath, that's out. There's a lot of scenes that are just kind of cut down a little bit.
Yeah.
The part
there's a John Landis cameo, and all kinds of little things.
Where Wally goes to get the zoot suit from the department store, that's out.
Zoot suit riots.
Riot, yeah. Let's not get a copyright strike.
And I think, in the music for the fight scene is the same from The Quiet Man. I think I read that. It's been so long since I've seen it, I can't remember that particular music. But it would be a good little callback to a classic.
Yeah, I really did enjoy this film when I saw it. Well, I just bought it on Laserdisc. I mean, I didn't rent it. I just went out and bought it. I miss Laserdisc. So those were cool.
It was Spielberg's attempt at a screwball comedy.
I think he succeeded.
Oh yeah, I love it. I just think it was so different at the time and unexpected for him that I just think it caught a lot of people by surprise, and they weren't quite sure how to gauge it. But you just enjoy something for its own.
It looks like a Steven Spielberg film. You can't watch this and not see this as a Steven Spielberg film.
Oh yeah, it's got his eye, it's got his director's sensibility to it.
And it got 3 Academy Award nominations: sound, cinematography, and then special effects.
And he fired the cinematographer at one point, I think at the end or something close to the end. And he's the guy who got the nomination for cinematography. There's some disagreement or something. I love it. I love it when the creators all disagree with each other and things go bizarre on a film set.
Well, I guess we'll just turn in for the evening. And everyone, if you have not seen 1941, be aware there are multiple versions out there. I would shoot for it's roughly 2.5 hours. I would shoot for that version.
Yeah.
The one on streaming, like I said, they've just chopped out a lot of the offensive content. So it's
sanitized for your protection.
Sanitized for 2022 sensibilities. It's a fun movie. It's got a great film score from John Williams.
Yeah. Just remember WWBAW. What would Big Al watch? There you go.
Okay, we should put that on bracelets.
Yeah, I was thinking about like putting it on a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, I can get it like tattooed across my forehead. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, always go for the best, the most offensive. If somebody's chopping it up because it was offensive, find the original.
I mean, if you start chopping everything up, what's gonna happen to South Park?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch like 40-Year-Old Virgin, are you going to watch the cut one or the unrated version? You want the unrated version. That's where all the fun's going to be.
True. Yeah. But it was a PG film. It was a PG film. So.
Oh, 1941. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Steven Spielberg did not have an R-rated film until Schindler's List,
which was R for, a multitude of other kind of reasons. But yeah, before we go, are you still in for my Saturday night film with friends rewatch of The Swarm?
Is that this week?
That is this Saturday, yes.
Okay. Yes. I may not be able to stay up till midnight with y'all, but I will come.
Stay as long as you want. Should be a lot of fun watching a really bad film about killer bees. Gotta love it.
That's got a great Goldsmith score.
Yeah. He always had great people doing scores, man, for his films.
Everyone, thanks for coming by tonight. We will reschedule this as soon as we can all get on the same film copy. And thank you, Al, for coming by. Thank you, everyone in the chat.
My pleasure.
Remember, adopt, don't shop, and keep listening to great film music.
Take care, everyone.